Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis III, where we found ourselves allied with, allies I didn't quite expect, and in a war I also didn't quite expect, but it might be fun. Anyway, I've managed to further improve my standing with most of the small, Holy Roman Empire states. I was even able to get a few to get like two of the imperial reforms done, which is Gemeiner Pfennig, which gives us higher tax modifier. Also Landfriede, which declared peace throughout the empire. Supposedly it means that we cannot fight internal wars. The one between Austria and Bohemia had started before that, and since I had truce with both of them because I was at war before that with both of them separately, I couldn't interfere in that one, and it's been going on for like a century now at this point, I believe. So, but Bohemia lost against Austria. I'm not sure what kind of concessions Austria is looking to get because they can't annex everything here. In any event, we've recently been called to war against Muscovy, which I didn't want to really. However, I had warned them not to attack anyone because they wanted to abuse. Because I thought they might want to abuse, Bohemia's weakness in order to attack them, even though they don't really have a serious claim on any provinces here. So I warned them, and now they decided to attack the Ottomans, which caught me into war alongside the Ottomans for, that reason. So let's try and wage a land war on Russia, which is always going well, historically speaking. I do have a couple of armies ready. Hansa declared war on us. Honored military alliance, Denmark, Hansa. What the hell is going on there? Why is Hansa declaring war now? Are they bloody freaking stupid? Do still have reserves here. It's not quite as much as I would like to have, but Hansa's not going to survive the onslaught. With all the allies I have there. Fifth War of Hanseatic Aggression, right. So, Tyrol. Currently laying siege to Munich. I'm not sure if I have enough of an army there at this point in time. Or apparently, instead of marching there, you're apparently retaking Bohemia, the way it looks like. Well, apparently they sensed the blood in the water and thought, might as well try and reconquer. I don't know what they actually want to reconquer. Do they have a claim on anything that I have? Really, right? Yeah, they're art stability -1 now, so I don't think they had a claim on anything. They're just unhappy. Oh? Apparently we'll be having different orders for you again. Instead of going Muscovy, you're instead gonna hop with the Hansa. Anyway, let's see to Lübeck. And gonna get those reinforcements from here. Oh, we captured a few ships at least. Once you're done with that, go here. Or Sweden if you want to, hit Denmark again, be my guest. Oh. Will you be staying here? I actually wanted these guys to go to new colonies in Southeast Asia. But we might not be getting there. Alright, we won that. There's a reserve regiment coming in, so they might as well start sieging as soon as they get here. Let's try and take on that army instead. Oh, what kind of armies do they still have? I think you might be needed here for defensive purposes. Pretty certain the Ottomans will be able to take care of Muscovy for quite some time without my help even. So, Bavaria... Little war... There was an army here a second ago. Look like there's any here now. And... through here... Is there anyone at war with us on this side? Just Bremen. Right. Well, this makes things a little bit easier to you know, see who we're currently at war against. So also, Sweden again asked us to go to war, you know, here for weird reasons. So we'll probably want to get out of that soon. So let's actually just try and offer tribute. I don't really care about it much. Apparently they're not satisfied with any of that. Weird. Well, the ships are winning there, but losing over here, so... into support. Be able to take care of things without our help. Right. Well, has that army gone? Bohemia will cede something. Whoa, I was gonna cede quite a bit. And Austria accrues quite a bit of infamy. They have a rather bad reputation now. No. Here? It's 4, of course. We're not outnumbering them quite as much as I would have liked to. Well, you managed to win anyway. Let's actually follow that army. Oof, so many things at the same time. It's not gonna get easier with these kind of wars that we find ourselves in now. I'll wipe that shit out. Wait for Tyrol too. Actually, let's lay siege to Tyrol real quick. Not a vassal. There are a vassal, alright. Which should drive him out of the war. So, there's a Muscovy army. So far, see no further army of them in the west. Not gonna split up too much though. Not until we defeated, you know, Austria's armies multiple times. At that point we might be looking into splitting up, but no, we don't. Building. Should also continue building things. Also spend some prestige. Wait, Spheres of Influence map? I don't have that yet. Right. There's an army. There's an army. There's a Turkish army though. Wasn't there a Turkish army here in the north somewhere earlier? That guy. Actually, let's not waste time laying siege to Tyrol, which could probably take like forever. I recently had to siege, you know, Frankfurt, which is a level 4 fort. And doing that despite having, you know, an army of 20 plus people, including a leader who also helps with sieges. That took like 1,000. No, that took like 1,000 days, you know? So it was pretty ridiculous. I was saying, okay, the 1 year's up. And it was at 100%, so I thought, okay, should be done. Next year, still at 100% plus. Okay, next year, why is still at 100% plus? Why did they not just... God damn it. How can you not just give up, guys? Anyway. There's the army. Apparently they got beaten, I guess. Putting that war back here a little bit on hold. Should have enough troops here to deal with possible invasions. Also have some ships here. Could probably hire a few more people though. You have guns here. You are currently formed in a pre-gun area. Alright. And let's get at least 2. That by 2, increase that by 2. You have the manpower to just, you know, raise one army after the other. Should as well make use of it. So, Bremen is done. Good job. Polonetz is done. Siege is already over. Sometimes a siege can get over really quick, especially with armies that have siege leaders. But sometimes it just takes like forever. You know, that whole siege mechanic appears way too uneven for me. Sometimes it's just immediately done, and then other times it's, you know, 5 years plus. Come here. How'd they get in there? Relocate. Supposed to be part of the Western Army. Function at least. You know what? Join these guys. I could just use these guys. You don't have to, you know, take back Bohemian provinces because they already made peace. Denmark wants to get out of this. Yeah, but with Sweden, you know, sieging a whole bunch of their provinces, you're not gonna get out of this that easily. Right? My first. You're gonna reach them before they do. Have a leader. Let's actually odd number them wholly. You can take a break, get some morale back. There's the reinforcements. We way outnumber them, so some of our infantry especially isn't able to fight effectively because we have, you know, 2 lines. But all the guns that we have, and we have lots of guns by now, they're all still gonna be effective. Anyway, follow them to block? Really? Okay, follow them to block, I guess. Alright, move. Same with Lübeck again. I mean, it's a pretty decent fortress, but we're still at 0% even though we have a whole bunch of people here. Job. Where are you gonna go? Muscovy or... Ooh, yeah, apparently you managed to scrounge up a bunch of armies here. Probably send you over there. And I want to lay siege to Pskov. Maybe do something about Olonets. Pirates. Not gonna get out of that war that quickly, Austria. I'll force you to release a bunch of people. Like in Italy, especially. Also doing well here, however I should keep an eye on things. Could change drastically. Hey, Sweden is doing a really good job with Denmark. Alright, so we don't need to worry about Denmark too much. Where'd that army go? What? All province? Okay. Pskov is not actually at war with anyone. I was wondering that. Okay. Don't think we need to send another army there. I make separate peace with the smaller partners because we're not the major one responsible on us on our end of things. So I think you're just gonna go there. Alright. Dying by the thousands. Holy shit. Well, you know, higher land tech. Also, they have mostly armies with a huge amount of cavalry because their cavalry used to be good. But our infantry and our guns, you know, they also work pretty well. Anyway, go there. Do something about that siege down there. Progressing quite as fast as I hoped. And Lübeck is not progressing at all. Jesus. Well, technically it's the last thing we have to take, so just park there for a while, I guess. God, so I also needed to spend some of my diplomats, I'm sorry. You know, increase my relations. If I ever want to convince them to, you know, basically give up all their rights in order to form the Holy Roman Empire, which then immediately gonna transform to Germany. You know, they need to really love me, which is why I'm just throwing money at them. But that's the plan for now, you know? Originally the plan was to take one of the provinces here to form Germany, but if I understand the whole Holy Roman Empire mechanics right, if we get enough imperial authority, we basically need 100% more than we already have. We can just go through all of these things, and with this we automatically become empire. There's no voting process anymore. And with that one, everyone becomes our vassal, and with that one, everyone just gets, you know, part of the... everyone just becomes part of the Holy Roman Empire again. Since then, I'm gonna have cores on all the centers that I need for this decision. I should then immediately be able to transform that whole bulk of land to Germany. It would make us, you know, crazy powerful. But we're not quite there yet, so we'll see. Are we gonna stop that siege here? It's not progressing fast enough and we have other things to take care of. That army, that army. Alright, move on. Alright, Marines are back on board. Question is if I want to use them to lay siege for the Danish provinces or I want to use them for different fashion. In a different fashion. Could also go here, but we have enough people. I just need to reorganize that a bit. Yeah, let's continue with Denmark's sieges. Offer from Z. That's reasonable. Well, glad to get out of that particular mess. Right. Rolla has no army. So, since Tyrole's a vassal, there's really no minor partners that I need to make separate peace with, aside from Austria and Denmark. Austria will have a lot of, you know, let these people go kind of things. So, on to Salzburg. Until we get more troops here. How's there another army in Augsburg again? I just went there to, you know, take out an army. And I just decided to come back, apparently. Good news. Trade policy is working. Don't have too many centers of trade that we can use right now, but trade policy is working. Novgorod is done. Going to Novgorod though. Some siege people here and front. Probably stop these guys from marching, yeah. Okay. The next. Meanwhile, you're gonna go. Boring. Oh well. Where the hell are you going? Alrighty, on. So since Denmark is not a major enemy in this war, if I want Sweden to get something out of this, I need to take the infamy hit. I'm assuming the war against Austria will go on for quite some time because, you know, it's that kind of war. They have a lot of troops and a lot of reserves. So probably gonna go on for quite some time before we finally get favorable terms there. So I might be able to take the infamy hit, depending on how high it is. Just for, I could probably, you know, give them Östergötland, for instance. I told him not to go to war with anyone, you know, I'm just don't have anything in particular against Muscovy, but, if they think they can get away with something, then should learn to know better. Go to Niederbayern now. Should probably try and liberate Salzburg before they get annexed or anything. Scotland is over. Get over there. Meanwhile, I can keep their fleet at the bottom of the ocean, preferably. They can't make peace with Salzburg because they're not the major faction in the war. I see. So Hansa would need to make a treaty with Salzburg. Oh. Thing is, we can do the defense then. There's again people in Tyrol. Jesus. Nope. You're not gonna get away with this. Well, that battle's done. Still undecided. Well, I have a huge country, so I'm not surprised that the war's still undecided, even though we've been beating them back ever since we entered the war here. Well. Wondering if I should send if I should send that army down there too to reinforce one of our positions. But that army shouldn't be able to defeat one of ours. They attack, even if they join up with a bunch of other dudes. So let's try and make that siege in Lübeck go over quicker. For the time being. Alright, another thing to do. Oh, I need to spend some more magistrates. Sorry. That done real quick. Alright. I should spend some diplomats. Even though they're allied with France, you know, they're technically part of the Holy Roman Empire, so they should treat it as such. Okay. Going on with the war. Okay, that's done. It's done. So you can get picked up by the fleet and then transferred down here. Be a good idea. They just continue going, man. That's what I get for not sending an army with, you know, a movement leader behind them, because they can just outmaneuver us. Oh. One. Admittedly, they are more of a nuisance than a threat, but threat regardless. Alright, you're gonna walk all the way down here. And with walk, I mean, you know, sail. Naval supplies an M-bomb. Thing I could do though. And split this one in half. Leave the regular one sieging, move them here, so I have a larger army so I can engage that, even in mountainous areas. Probably take a detour and help out Ulm real quick. And apparently go through Franken because they're again laying siege to it with just some friggin' reserves. Well, also just send some friggin' reserves. We finally caught them apparently. Oh, thanks for the help. So I'm keeping them busy here in the north, you know, Ottomans, but you need to deal with them in your territory on your own. Can only help provide a distraction on their western front. Here. I'll keep them together in big stacks because then I need to not pay attention to them in case they get attacked, because down here they could probably get attacked by a huge army from like every kind of direction. So while we could probably siege more effectively if I split it up, yeah, that siege from Trent went from 13% to done, you know, real quick again. Never mind. Need to roll now. Yeah, should be safe enough. Unless I decide to attack. Possible that they just storm the castle, which I tend to not do much, but we probably didn't have that much of a garrison there either, so for just retaking provinces is actually a rather valid strategy, because will take some time to... Yeah, I was afraid of that. Fuck you. Okay. Oh. One together. They curve to roll now, I hope. They want to fight. Oh, we'll get that big fight. Actually, here we might be able to just... Already have people there. Well then. Need to spend some more diplomats apparently. Hold on a sec. And some the other guys too. Alright, the fleet has arrived back in the south. Land. -5. Diplomatic insult cast but in Ferrara. Or can I just take the relations? No reason to attack Ferrara, and I don't really need I don't really need casus belli at this point, because I can just say, you know, you have the wrong faith, or you have one of our nationality group, which is also a new casus belli that we haven't used before. But we've entered an age where kind of people are talking about you forming nations and not just, you know, provinces controlled by nobility. So there has been, so we could, you know, work more on that and use that to our advantage. So we could just declare war on someone even if they have the correct faith by just saying we want to form, you know, Germany because, well, we want to. And they say, okay, you seem reasonable, right? So we could accelerate that here though. Patch, march on. Are we done with our major army here? Probably split up quite a bit more. Fairly well. I see you want to try and lay siege to Salzburg again. Think again. Attach and move. Thinking Austria isn't doing too well in this particular fight. So we're blocking all of their provinces now. At least the ones in the west. Technically we're not blocking parts of the east, but they have a long route to go. Have a long way to go when in order to disrupt our operations here. Where'd that army come from? Know that real quick. Also, Bohemia apparently has problems. Well, they've fallen quite a long way since the good old days where they were working together with Austria. Right. Vladimir. Alright. Didn't know that there existed a province with that name, but I'll take it. Alright, I think we're sieging enough. Someone should probably siege Transylvania too. So you can know their reserves. Oh, we could probably make peace with, you know, Denmark, because they don't really have anything to contribute in that fight. Aside from their colonies, which I decided to not attack for some reason. But had people stationed at the border at the very least. At least I remember doing that. And also someone laid siege to, you know, these provinces here in Iceland. In Greenland, I mean. So Iceland is being overrun by Norwegian patriots. Well, Denmark isn't doing too well either. Anyway, I don't think they have much reason to go on at this point. So, not sure why Gelru would want to have a province so far away from everything they already own. But that province has a Swedish core, I believe. Just gonna give that to them. Gain 3 infamy, but I'll be fine with it. Take that. I don't particularly want to take anything. However, you can revoke some more cores. Because, you know, you decided to join that war. You can release Leinster, I guess. Now give me all your money. I only have quite a significant amount of that. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright. Well, Sweden, there you go. Another new province for you for your continued support. Alright, that leaves us with one enemy less. Fewer? Will that do? Would have been fewer the correct term there. Not sure. Anyway. Guess we can lay siege to their capital now. I don't have any claims on anything, so I don't really want to gain anything. I can release someone for excess, you know, percentages, then I'll probably take it, but necessary. The siege in Lübeck is still not done. Yeah, it's gonna be Frankfurt 2.0. Totally see it coming. Just saying I called it. Ottomans, where are your freaking armies? I mean, it's possible that they have them, you know, in Muscovy now, and we're just not seeing them because we see their provinces and what's going on there, but we don't see their armies because we're not a full ally. Normally, if we're allied with someone, we also see where all of their armies are at any given point. Like here, the English navy that's going on here and probably coming back from sieging that. But we're just allied in a war with them, which means they give us, some eyes on what's going on in their territory so we can see and react to what's going on, but unless they just took a province, we're not gonna see their army. But apparently they're doing well since we kept Muscovy at bay in the west. Playing. Hey there. France is still at war with Naples. That war has also been going on for like quite some time, even longer than the Austrian-Bohemian War that we only got to see the end of. What are your offers? White peace. Ah. Probably have lots of manpower and probably building an army somewhere way back here, but not sure if you can, manage large enough armies to deal with one of my stacks, given my tech advantage. Alright, good job. Let's help Bohemia with our pretender rebels real quick. How much provinces are we sieging right now at the same time? 10, 4 or 5? 9, 10... 17! Alright. Busy war, I guess? Diesel, I guess. Well, if we get out of this, we can actually claim that we did kind of successfully wage land war in Asia. Not too many can claim that. Wait. Oh, royal marriage offer? Sure. So the British seems to have issues with pretender rebels. If I should do something about that. Maybe at some point. Not right now though. Silvers. Aurelia was over, right? What, Karelia? Oh, here. Okay. Go here. Lübeck lasted almost 1,000 days. Not entirely, but almost. Hansa also has some overseas territory, so we're not at 100%, but we're probably at enough to, you know, command a couple of things from them. We're not gonna do it though, because they're leading the war, and then, you know, the whole Austria thing just was for naught. What the hell is that? Okay. Well, not many too interesting things, but let's give it a few more months, and then we can dictate terms to Austria, and, you know, everything's just gonna get better. Ola's over. Well, we're 29% at least. I was just wondering, you know, we didn't quite, you know, take control of large swaths of their territory yet, even though we've managed to get through quite a few provinces, but they're just one seriously big country. I could consider asking for Novgorod. It's a really rich province, you know. We had a claim here at one point in the far past. So maybe that might be something. You know, expand eastwards. If I ask them to just release Novgorod, then, you know, Novgorod is gonna be released, and we're gonna be dragged into another war with Muscovy really soon as they don't have to deal with the Ottomans too, so I'm not sure. I think I should rather get Novgorod. I should rather get Novgorod and then release Novgorod as a vassal with their own capital. I'll still get, you know, half of their income. So it's still a financial boon to me. However, since they're my vassal, it's gonna be more difficult for them to declare war on them without declaring war on me as well. Alright, I think that's how we're gonna roll that one. We need to end it with them before, you know, for the Ottomans do, so let's actually start saving regularly, because you can never know when the AI decides to just quit. They're also at war with Castile, so that might cause them to stop rather soon. Did we already get it right now? Would like to have that. Then you're gonna reduce sphere a bit. Well, that's asking too much. I see. Okay. Well, we could already get what I kind of want. I think we're gonna do it too. Because I'm really not sure when the Ottomans are gonna make peace, and then I'll just have to, you know, reload the save, do stuff all over again. So if I can already get what I wanted, then why not? I don't think we can take it that far to force, you know, force Protestantism on them, which would be hilarious, no doubt. But I don't think we're gonna be doing that this day. One day in the future, maybe. Oh wait. Okay. Well. Send that. Expand influence on Lithuania. Glory to the Empire. The Empire has triumphed against the vicious aggressors of Muscovy. Yeah, I had foreseen it. We weren't really defending the Empire there, to be totally honest, but you know, we did win. That's what counts apparently. We did win in the defensive war. Probably the reason for why that went well. Anyway, we're gonna release Novgorod later. Focus on Austria for the time being. Since we're blocking everything, I guess we can just speed it up a little bit more. Guess we managed to convert the heretics of Romagna to the one true faith. Alright. Province. Right, can we get on with it? Why is the siege not progressing as fast as I wanted to? Steiermark, for instance. Let's go to Steiermark. Because I have a leader, doesn't need to, you know, just sit around looking pretty. Actually, I guess I can just end the recording right here. You can probably imagine, you know, finishing up those sieges, and then peace terms are probably gonna be Austria has to release someone here. Hungary still exists. Transylvania does not exist. Transylvania is also part of the Empire. I want to punish them really hard. They used to exist, you know, there used to exist a country named Styria, which has a lot of which capital probably was Steiermark, and who have a lot of their very valuable provinces. So asking them to release that will cut their income significantly, and they also were part of the Empire at some point. So that'll also going to give me, you know, Empire gummy points. So yeah. Probably gonna do that. Maybe release someone in Italy too. Not sure if there's anyone doesn't exist right now. Venice doesn't exist right now. We're also probably going to get Venezia back too. Milan does exist, I believe, and also Milan. Oh, shame. We're probably gonna liberate Styria. Maybe Venice. And then with the Hansa, we're just making peace with we're forcing them to, you know, stop some of their treaties. Anyway, in the next episode, I really have no idea where we're going from here, you know? I mean, you know, where we're going from here is further opposition and, you know, found that German Empire at one point. But it's gonna be a huge empire. So let's see who we're gonna end up fighting next time. Have a good one.